Alrighty, I reckon we're good to go.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DWP GT3 Series. Finding ourselves on Season 2 and Round 6 today at the infamous Daytona. So it's going to be important for drivers out on track today to make sure they get the best exits possible. Because obviously we have some very long straights here. So I would imagine there's going to be plenty of side-by-side action and overtakes with this one. Usually always tread to some incredible racing, so we'll see what this one brings us today. But I'm gonna just set out my YouTubes and I'll be back in a moment. And of course we are joined with the man himself, Cristiano.
Hello everyone.
Alright, let's get this up.
Let's get all this done. We're getting good at this.
What's that?
We're getting good at getting all our video shared.
Well, I like your intro box. Hey, Simon, it was today, wasn't it? Do you know, I absolutely gutted, mate. I really wanted to go, but fundage just wouldn't allow on this occasion. But we will still be going to some more. But I hope you had a good time, mate. Met Ian. Oh, mate, I really want to meet Ian. Good. How's Ian? What's he like? Was he bumping you as you were walking? Was he like, bumping you out of the way all the time?
Yeah, I bet. Very warm.
If the heat defeated me, you would have melted. Yeah, to be honest, I've been struggling as it is over here. So, I don't know, 2.5 hour drive, a full day out in the sun, and 2.5 hours drive back. It would have probably been
Yes.
pretty horrific. I'd like to have spent the night there, but hopefully, obviously, you and me will get to meet up as well, Christian. But it'd be good if we can go somewhere where, you know, even if we just stay a night, Saturday, have a day. We can stay over in a hotel and have the Sunday. That would be perfect. Who won then, Jerry? How did Plato do?
Oh, phone gone round. Sorry. Came on to you as you did it.
Replace pinned message. He was fine. Ian struggled with the heat as well. Yeah. What was it like? 33 degrees up there? Because you're like
No.
closer to
37.
37.
We're 37 coming back down from sort of Derby area.
Derby, yeah. Because isn't Snetterton the lower end of England? Meaning it's closer to the equator and therefore hotter. I don't know if you've ever been to Devon or anything, but Blumenbeck is like being on holiday at the bottom of England. 32 degrees. That's not too bad. I mean, that is ridiculous, but it's, you know, we've had some 40s, haven't we? Close to 40s,
Yeah,
so.
we must have had a 40 today, sure, when we were up at the Z-Fest. But yeah, that was walking around all the Zeds and just dying.
Phil from Penny C. Ibanez Turnpike. We stick out as far east as Grimsby. Got you. Good old Grimsby, mate. Good old Grimsby. That's where we've been up there today. Took the family last day of the food fair. Just spent a bit of time up there before we...
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Oh no, he had an accident. Plato. I think this probably be his last year, I feel. I mean, he says it wants to be his last year. It must be very difficult though, giving, you know, giving up racing as your career. I mean, obviously I know he's been doing it for what, 30 odd years, but 40 years actually. Probably closing 40 years worth of racing, so he's at his fill. Well, Travis is in the slipstream of Mugelino. We've got a BMW Drew, allowing those two to go side by side. It looks as though Travis just pips ahead of Dirk there from the slipstream. He is finishing this year, yeah. I don't blame him. He's had a good run. And it was nice to see him at Donington Park, you know, for the last time. I remember him seeing him in the 90s when I was 10 years old. Dirk's got a better line there into turn 1. Travis does look as though he knows how to keep control of his Corvette though, even with some unorthodox lines. Still manages to pull out of the corners with some haste. Drew in the BMW M6. Mr. Senior, always one to watch. Can't remember what happened in its entirety of last week, but didn't our Senior, did he have a couple of offs or something? He had a pretty decent race, but...
hold on. We're having a slight bug. We've got our Senior, we've got Israel, definitely got Alec. Zev.
Smooth is fast and fast is smooth. Alf! You legend. Great to see you, mate. Thank you for popping by.
Okay.
Good evening to all sweating British people, isn't it just? What's the temperature where you are, Alf? Dirky Dirk!
Right. Now we can start the qualifying.
27 degrees, is that all? You've got it easy, Alf.
That's cheating.
It is cheating. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we are moments away from kicking off the qualifying session for DWP's GT3 Series Season 2 Round 6 here at Daytona. And of course, eyes are on Travis, eyes are on Mr. Senior. And where's Matey Boy in the 2011 Mercedes?
Deck? I'm not sure.
Deck, that's the one. Practice is currently taking place. Oh, is it just started? Qualifying.
Yeah.
Happy days. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Qualifying session is underway. It looks as though the Alfa Romeo is first out.
Yeah, there you go. Off X, we can see Seb. He's not on the track yet.
I've clicked a button by accident and it's given me new TV camera angles that I've never seen before.
That would be replay options, I think.
Replay options?
No. There's definitely... Oh! Oh yeah, when you just cycle through it, it gives I'm not too sure, Drew. 11. Yeah, Travis, do you know where TJ is? I've sort of sent him a thing.
Chasing tomorrow with rain and gonna be humidity at the same time. $11 degrees where Travis is. Oh, he's from Aussie, isn't he? 11 degrees from Australia? That doesn't sound right at all. I mean, I do believe him. Saying that though, in Australia it goes through the seasons.
Yeah, it's winter in Australia, isn't it?
Is it really?
Yeah, I think Christmas falls in summer, from what I've heard. I can't remember exactly how the seasons line up, but they are a bit skewed from us.
Finley with a comment saying he's put the wrong tyres on the Legend.
F. Miller Smith. So it's, you know, it's not called Alec, but his actual name is Finley.
Phil with a good look to all drivers out on track. He's going to be listening in to Vines Racing FM.
Why am I on FM and not on AM?
It's not winter in England, Alf. It's P2, Travis, this dude. Apparently he said it's 11 degrees where he lives, which is Australia, but Australia is huge. So I imagine one part of Australia is probably like beaming with sun. And another part is, like, say, 11 degrees. But it looks as though Travis and Mugelina are yet again finding themselves having a little bit of a play with each other. Mugelina is on the inside.
It's qualifying, guys, come on. We got our senior. Who goes purple? It's not Mima next, it's Alec next. Dying his lap. And then Mima will be next one to set a lap time. 149. Yep. And a 147 from Darko. A 147 from Flamigo and .001 ahead of Darko. I'll set the next time.
Travis on a purple. Peter from Poland, yet again, is in another liveried BMW, and this one looks sweet. I like that.
We have a Drew BTT in another BMW livery designed by Moomin, as Seb goes half a second faster than our senior.
DTR FM, that's cool. Who designed Peter's?
Probably Peter.
Okay, I'm liking his DWP. He's got his number gaming tag. That's pretty awesome looking. And Diaco in the black and red monster liveried Mercedes AMG. And it must be said. It must be said that the World Series boys, the fastest boys that are competing in the World Series and whatnot, they argue the fact that the Mercedes is probably the best car to choose.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the case in Gran Turismo Sport, though, was it?
No. Moomin puts in a 147. Darko goes faster still with a 146.5. Oh, I'm really tired. So we have Seb going around NASCAR 4.
Is Seb P1?
Yeah, it's currently P1.
Whoa! Beautiful sideways action there from Travis in the Corvette as he comes through the bus stop. It's not called the bus stop now, is it?
I can't remember if it's... No, it's not Rouge. It might be Le Mans. I think.
That sounds right, Le Mans. So it comes through Le Mans, a little bit too hot obviously, flicks the car back in right, and back end comes out a little bit. He's got a bit of a Tokyo drift going on there, but that may have been the corner that scrubbed off just enough speed. It's still 410 away from Seb, senior in the pits. Dirk leaving the pits.
Got Moomin towing along Darko here. Moomin goes to a 147.1 and Darko goes up to a 146.1.
Nice, so we've got Dirk next to Dirk in the identical Mercedes. Oh!
As Moomin goes wide, Darko gets to step out. That's probably time to switch those tyres. Le Mans has Daytona chicane and it has Indianapolis.
It is Le Mans, and Le Mans has a Daytona chicane. Oh, are they owned by the same people? The same rich billionaires?
Drew comes into the pit as well as Hydra.
Right, Seb in with the Jaguar. Car goes up. Fresh Dunlop softs on, and he is exiting the pit stops here at Daytona, still holding on to provisional pole position here at Daytona for round 6 of the DWP.
Yes, this is quality Darko. 5 minutes to go.
0.3 of a second ahead of the very quick senior, who, like I mentioned earlier, will be one to watch and keep an eye on today. Like I have mentioned.
Oh, as he gets
beautiful! That's a 10 out of 10 for Seb there. That's a guaranteed position moving up for his grid start for that. That was very impressive. And Travis, front of the second row in P3, under 0.1 of a second at 0.069. separating grid 1 to grid 2 there. Currently occupied by Mr. R Senior. Pete from Poland into the pits. The BMW boys earning their paychecks. Fresh new set of Michelin softs, and back out he goes, capitalizing on the time he has left. See whether he can capitalize on his provisional P6. Diaco in the pits, sticking the mediums on, or he's putting softs on, or he's just getting ready for the race.
He's just getting ready for the race, I think.
Getting ready for the race, so he's sticking for his position, which I'm not sure what it is, as he is in the pits.
Yeah.
And Mr. Melia with some sugar-free, low-cal. I don't know what product that is. Never heard of it before. It looks like Lucozade, but Lozer? Don't know.
Our senior still not able to take pole from Seb. Right, as we now only have 2 minutes.
Lozenge. Lemon lozenge, sugar-free low-cal. Well, he's got a pair of new softs on. He's going to try and capitalise on his qualifying time.
Over the grass and there's the best. Oh.
Dirk exit in the pits, getting as much track time as he can on the mediums. A 1/10 of a second is separating Drew from the podium P3, but he is side by side with Diaco, although it's a rolling start. I know it's a grid start, isn't it? So it will be side by side.
Alec, I would recommend going to get tyres. You're not going to have enough time to finish the laps. Of course, if you are starting on softs, then you know. Got Travis. Travis comes around the final corner. There's 144.8, still behind our senior.
Okay, so Melia next to cross that start-finish line here at Daytona. I don't know if this is his outlap though. Yeah, it is.
It is.
Hope you're doing well, Mr. K-Dub. Lovely to see you, my friend. Hope the weather's not too bad for you, wherever you are in the world. I think it's America for you, isn't it? It must be hot for you. Righty, well, we are bringing this to a close. Currently, our senior.
On the track. Yeah, fine.
Beautiful work there, Dirk. Beautiful.
Let's get going.
Is that the session over with?
Yep, we're on our way off. I believe we have Seb, our senior, and then PH4.
Okie doke, well let's check the starting grid. We've got Seb side by side with Senior loading grid 1, grid 2. We've got Travis side by side with Drew, grid 3 Dirk next to Dirk, and Peter from Poland side by side with Moomin as the red lights are flashing. We're gonna get ready for that green here for round 6 of the DWP at Daytona, and it is a go. Are there any false starts? I think we've got one false start. There's a BMW still on the line. Senior side by side with Travis. Seb taking P1.
Bug.
Oh no. Oh, he's got on the inside. Senior's got on the inside. About 2 cars for the price of 1. Travis able to just hold on to that position. We've already got some incredible racing here, ladies and gentlemen. Can't get the view to change. Look at this. 3 cars fighting it out for P1.
Oh, Senior's off.
I don't think that was intentional, but nevertheless he has lost a position to Dirk and Moomin. Moomin takes that position as well. Melina coming up. He's going for the inside line. I think he could have probably had that inside line, but didn't want to take it in case he was to hit Melina there in the AMG. But nevertheless, we are a go. Our senior losing a couple of positions there. Very nearly able to take P1 for the opening set of corners here for lap 1. But nevertheless, he has found himself in P5. He's 0.5 of a second away from the McLaren, driven by Moomin Papa, who is chasing Dirk in the provisional podium P3. Seb now in P2, and Travis, surprise, surprise, finds himself in P1. We'll see how the rest of this fares as they make their way through Le Mans. And our senior with an incredible run there. He's on the tail. He's got the slipstream. The McLaren's also got the slipstream from the Mercedes. I think there might have been a couple of lifts there from both the McLaren and the Mercedes to make sure there was no contact, but nevertheless, look, he's pulling him back in. Is he going to give him a bumper? Is he just going to get him out of the way? Moving, go for the inside line. Dirk is going to go for the middle. We've got Mercedes, and McLaren crossing that start-finish line into lap 2. Dirk on the inside line, the McLaren taking the lead. Our senior taking the outside line. Moomin running a little bit wide. Does that give our senior a better run? Yes, it does, but he wasn't able to move out of the way of the McLaren, and that means that the positions are still the same, although it does look as though Dirk is catching up with P1 and P2. Our senior on the inside line of the McLaren is taking that position, and Drew's also coming up for a play as well, thinking he might be able to capitalise on a position.
Move into P1.
Oh, beautiful. Let's have a little look.
Oh, as our seniors looking to the outside of dark, right?
There we go. Look at this. So our senior with an unfortunate minor contact just ran him onto the grass, putting him into P5. He's now into P4. Taking position from Moomin, but like I said at the beginning, just for qualifying, this is going to be most certainly a race of slipstream, and it'll be interesting to see whether some of the drivers actually work together, because if Dirk and our senior actually work together here with some bumper drafting, they can obviously push themselves up to the fight for P1 there. Got P1 to P6 all in one camera shot. Mr. Jensen, it's a good question. We don't know where TJ is today.
Yeah, let's see.
We'll get in touch with him after the race and see what the crack is. Dirk on the inside line of our senior.
Drew's gone wide. He's gone deep into 4th street. Just managed to miss Moomin.
My God, we have got some action here.
On the inside.
No, he gave him space. No, is he gonna break it in time? Can he keep it on the black stuff.
Moomin
Yes, he
goes up the
catches it.
inside.
No! Dirk!
How's that?
Oh, what a set of corners. That's what it just goes to show what's one tiny little thing and the rest of the events that follow on. The butterfly effect, I think it's called, is it?
Or the ripple effect, either one.
Ripple effect, yeah. So he's now finding himself in P6, although this has happened before, and he does find himself working back through the pack. Of course, we do have a pretty lengthy race, so plenty will happen with regards to other drivers, other accidents, other incidents. We're going to have worn tyres, we're going to have some spins, we're going to have some off, so positions will most certainly continue to change as we see Mujolina ahead of his fellow German friend. We've got the two Dirks.
Picks up a half-second penalty.
Now, Melia with the Alfa Romeo, I really rate the Alfa Romeo. I know a lot of people don't because of its top speed, but if you can, get the best out of the handling, especially if you're like a handling kind of track, this car will absolutely sort of turn into its own. But if Melina can keep within the slipstream and capitalise on the corners, it should be in for a pretty decent race. He has taken position from Dirk in the Mercedes as he clips that apex into turn 2 and accelerates hard onto the remainder of Daytona circuit. He's on a purple.
He's gone into Travis. He's spun into Travis who has been reset. And back on his way, MP4.
What happened?
Seb rejoins behind him. Seb and Travis got into a kerfuffle. Seb went wide, got a spin, and ended up spinning into Travis.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
So our senior is now MP1.
Well,
second.
This is interesting, and I'm sure they don't like what's happened. But at the end of the day, from a viewer's perspective, seeing two capable drivers finding their way at the back of the pack, not only are they fighting each other for position, they now have two of the drivers, two very capable drivers ahead of them. We've got Moomin just ahead of Seb, and he is out of slipstream range, and it looks as though the McLaren is just pulling away from the Jaguar. So we'll see what the Corvette and the Jag can do for the remainder of the race as they are about to cross that start-finish line into lap 5. We can see Mujolina there in the back of the TV shop.
Darko and F. Miller Smith both have half-second penalties, and Drew does not. He is going to just send it to the outside into the wall, and round the outside he goes. So Drew takes 2 positions up into 6, Darko takes Finley up into 7, and Finley loses out 2 positions.
We've got a yellow flag. Who's that? Is that Travis?
No, it's Moomin. It was Moomin. He's back on track now, down in P8.
There's a car that's just not doing anything. It is Travis. What's he doing?
There's contact between him and Moomin, possibly.
With you.
It's now off and going.
Well, that's very gentleman-like sportsmanship there from Travis, who's gone from P1 to P8. He's gone from nearly first to last. So he's completed that challenge. Now he needs to go from last to first.
Now he's got a last first challenge to do.
And Moomin, of course, a very quick driver. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do. We've got the Alpha 4C ahead of these two. I'd imagine, yeah, you can already see them beginning to pull in the 4C. Top speed now beginning to make... Not too bad though, actually.
Yes. I mean, the McLaren's not the fastest either, but still a little bit faster than the 4C. Although we do have Drew in P4 on the softs, as well as Moomin in 7th on the softs, everyone else on the mediums. Travis probably looking to the inside of Moomin into turn 1. Yes, he is. through the inside goes Travis, through turn 1.
Yeah, Mujolina's going to be liking that, with a podium position potentially in the bag for him. But plenty of racing left to go, so anything can happen.
Half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has only been 10 minutes.
And already very entertaining. Seb, 6.7 seconds.
Travis on F. Miller Smith. Into Horseshoe 2, no moves into there. He looks to the outside through NASCAR 1. And then through 2, he's gonna have power of the Corvette.
Yeah, look at that, wow.
Into P6. Which is actually probably in favour for Alec. He's going to get the slipstream, which is going to help him stay ahead of Newman.
Hey look, the Alpha's got the run, he's got the slipstream. Yep. Legend.
He looks to the outside.
He's got the position! He's got the position! This is just what I said. If you can maximise his slipstream and hit his corners right, that car
all the way from NASCAR 3 to turn 1 to try and hold off this Corvette.
Hello, Dominic. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the carnage.
Okay, that was slightly scary, but that was just Moomin going into the pits.
Going into the pits. Yes. McLaren boys out of the pit stop.
Inside. Can Charles get a switchback though? Through the S's, he is through into Horseshoe 1. And he is out of the slipstream range of Alec in the Alpha 4C. And our senior has a 12-second lead now over Seb as he enters Le Mans.
Yep, Travis had a pretty decent run there. I think he's just pulled away from Melina out of his slipstream.
Mujolina now just gaining a bit of time through Le Mans and the run. Now only 1.8 from Seb in P2.
Not bad at all, Mujolina. Keep going, my friend.
PH4 into the pits, coming off of the medium tyre after 13 minutes, along with Alec. Drew on the soft, so he's been into the pits already. He's going through into turn 1 now. Along with Moomin.
So Mujolina has made up 0.7 of a second, nearly 0.8 of a second now towards Seb in the Jaguar.
Pitchfork's coming out. He's going to come out behind Moomin and behind Darko. He is now on fresh soft tyres though.
Oof.
Good tries, yet again hunting for position on Darko. But also Moomin is on the medium tyre, so Darko is going to be looking to try and get past him as soon as possible.
indeed. Slipstream, of course, playing a huge role in today's race. I just need to chip
to the outside. Backs out that one.
Whoa!
Darko goes for a very big send. Using those fresh tyres.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked pretty. Didn't look dirty though.
No, it was clean. He had soft tyres, can just brake that like maybe 20-30 metres later.
Had to do it.
Now you've got Travis looking to the outside, perhaps touching the wall, or it might have been a bit of flag saying he's touched the wall. If not, you never know with this game. Movement keeps to the inside with Darko slip. Pulls out into turn 1. Tyres goes a little bit wide. That's Travis. It was now only 2 tenths from Darko into Porsche 1. Looks to this end. Wants to power as early as he can. So it'd be a good run for 3 temps. Just now 2 temps. Very good run from Travis out of NASCAR 4 as he makes their way towards the chicane of Le Mans. He is on the outside. Can he get clear of Darko? He is now clear. Both of them are on the soft compound, so Darko ran a little bit deep there.
Not quite got the line he wanted there, did he?
No. Will he pick up another penalty? Yeah, he picks up another half second.
Little P1, 2 and 3 all in the pits.
Yep. Well, we now have Drew making his way around into turn 1. We've got our senior leaving the pits now.
Looks like Mr. Senior might have this one in the bag then today.
Drew has passed. PH4 is passed. Deb's on his way out. He comes out. Him and Mujanina come out just ahead of Moomin. But PH4 is now into 3rd position. And Drew, with his early stop, has chipped away 2 seconds from our senior's lead.
Pretty close racing, it must be said, especially heading in towards lap 10. The drivers are only just out of slipstream range to each other, so it's only going to take one little error, one corner to be messed up, and then they're going to have slipstream to be able to pull that driver in.
Oh, has Moomin had an issue? There's no throttle input from his... That's unfortunate if he has. And it's disconnected from the room. That's a shame for Moomin. But we currently have Travis lapped at 1:44.4, first lap of the race, chasing down Drew.
Found himself back in P3 from P8.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Dirk chasing Dirk again, P6 chasing P5, 2 seconds apiece ahead and behind Mujalina. I'm just gonna grab my drink for 2 seconds.
Currently have PS4 now only 2.3 seconds from Drew. Not sure what's happening with this leaderboards. Let's try and reset that. Oh, that's not that. Oh. Pitch 4 now only 2.2 seconds from Drew. Oh, is Drew served the penalty? Possible. No, he laps a 1:46, and pitch 4 follows with a 1:44. 2 seconds almost that lap.
I was going to say, that was coming down really quick, the delta. Now it's into the 1 seconds. It's still pulling him back, so it looks as though Travis is most certainly going to take P2 back if the delta continues to go that way. There was lost time there, although he's got it back again and continuing to pull him back in. Although there's a good 13 seconds separating Travis to our senior.
We are now halfway through the race as well. 21 minutes in. Still have 19 to go.
I think England need a track like this.
Yeah, but we don't have NASCAR or IndyCar.
No.
Travis really getting close now. Only 1.3 seconds.
Let's jump on board with Travis then for a few moments. Inside the Corvette GT3, crossing Daytona's start finish line with a 1:45.5, his fastest lap of 44.4. 1:05, and Drew, the back end of that BMW, just coming loose there, giving Travis a couple of tenths there, and he's gone wide into that corner, giving the run to Travis there. So it looks as though it's game on. P1 to P8, first to last, and now a last to first challenge on for Travis.
So let's see if he needs to be lapping 43s. If he can do 13 43s, he'll catch our senior. Fortunately, we don't have 13 laps left.
Well, 44.984 is our senior's quickest lap. That was his last lap as well.
That's it.
Drew into the pits, so he had to serve a pit stop anyway.
Durkee picks up another half-second penalty. Virginia still about 2 seconds from Seb. Just down for that podium position. Drew comes out on the medium tyre. Perhaps trying to go to the end on this stint. Got 15 minutes to go.
Well, I mean, it does look as though Travis is round about just under a second a lap quicker than Travis. So if he can continue that, it should be 6-ish, 7 seconds between them two towards the end if they can keep up with the pace. But it looks as though our senior does have this one in the bag. He's got no other cars to compete with.
Back to the old battles, we've got Mudgelina still chasing down Seb. They're doing a 48.2 and Mudgelina doing a 38.3. But as we did find out from the old battles, Seb is slightly faster on pace, but he does burn through tyres rather quickly.
Is that the Jaguar then, or is that his driving style?
His driving style.
Right. Just 0.2 of a second.
Virginia got the run on him through the set of corners. Down to 1.2. What happens when they approach the bus stop? Virginia got a run again. Both of them avoided any penalties. PH4 is into the pits. Senior still out.
Mudgelina is now in the slipstream of Seb, so the fight for the podium P3 is on. We've got 4 or 5 laps to go.
Like 6, I think.
6 laps to go. He's just lost slipstream.
I think it'll be 22, 23 laps. Drives on his way out to the pits. He comes out into P4. It's Mudgelina and Seb coming through Horse 2. There are 7.5 tenths between the two. They've gained a lot of time through the set of corners. Lost a bit of time on the run, but actually they're about the same. They're going to wait slightly. Gap back up to a second. Into the pits.
Travis is still holding off the fastest lap, 44.4.
Yep, he's also gone back onto softs. Arsenio's into the pits as well. He's just about to start coming out. He's refueling now.
Yeah, Seb's gone in. Mudgelina's taking P1. He's got to pit as well, though, hasn't he? So
yep.
I'm assuming he'll be pitting on the next lap or 2.
Comes out just ahead of our senior. Drew is currently in 2v6. Seb goes onto the soft compound tyre, looking to get a bit of an overcut onto Michelina. Pull back some of his time. Where has he come out? He's come out into P4, he's got perfectly clean air in front and behind him. So, ideal for Sebastian. Garcia just behind him at it, but it doesn't look like he's going to catch him up before the end of the lap, so shouldn't be affected too much. Maybe a little bit of dirty air, but also, if he does, he'll have slipstream as well. He's now 16 seconds ahead of PH4. 15 seconds.
It's going to be an interesting one, that's for sure. See how this one plays out. Now he goes into the pits.
Let's see where Hydra comes out. It should come out maybe a good 2 seconds ahead of Michelina.
Interesting. Coming up to the pit entry now. Passes Michelina in the pits. He's still in the pits.
He's coming out. Gonna come out just a little bit behind, maybe 2-3 seconds behind. Yeah, about 2-3 seconds. And I wonder if you have trouble with those tyres, Alec. They're kind of dead.
Oh, he's on the inside line of Seb. He's got that position. Seb with a mistake there. Giving the position to Dirk, taking P3 glory. So the fight for P3 is on. Through Le Mans.
So, getting a very good run out there. Goes to the outside. Picks up a half-second penalty though. And onto the brakes he goes, giving Michelina that position back. We currently have just over 6 minutes left to go. So about 4 laps.
4 laps. Can Michelina hold off Seb in P3? 636 separating them both. That's going to be an interesting one as they close in towards the final laps here at Daytona for round 6.
Drews might just want to get involved as well. Seb looks to the inside. Michelina gets the power down. Seb's going to be close enough to look for a move into the bus stop. He's on the outside there, so it's a very risky move if he does try it. He's ahead. He just doesn't back out at all. Holds it around the outside and maintains that P3. So picks up another half-second penalty.
One second, 1.2, 1.3. It looks as though Mugilina might be able to hold on to a P3 here for round 6 at Daytona, but we do still have a few laps left and anything can happen. Our senior still holding P1. It's gone from 12 to 15.6 seconds now from P1 to P2. Travis, though, can't take anything away from him. Going from first to last, and I think he waited for movement as well at one point, and he's worked his way back up to P2. Just within slipstream range though, and the Jag is only just pulling him back in as they make their way up towards Le Mans. He's got a good old over a tenth of free time there, 2 tenths, and he's got a better run and he's in slip. This could be the moment for Seb as he makes his way up towards T1, which is quite a while away, so I'm going to assume he's going to be side by side with Mugilina in the Mercedes. He's gone for the inside line, he wants that inside line. Dirk also wants to hold on to the inside line.
They both lapped their personal bests on those laps. Mugilina lost 0.9 seconds in that lap. However, he is holding on his tyres a lot better than Seb. They've now 2 laps to go.
Look at this. Incredible.
Well, Seb runs wide onto the grass, trying to use as much track as he possibly can to keep his momentum. So they come on to through NASCAR 4. Seb again, just losing a little bit of time to Mugilina now. And he is rather low on fuel.
Interesting.
Our senior also probably about to start his final lap. So Travis gets a half-lap penalty. So we are now start on the final laps for everyone. Lap 22 will be their final. Seb is now 5.5 seconds. 5.5? Not 0.55 from Mugilina. Going into the final lap of the race. How desperate are you for that top 3?
It's been an incredible one. I can't take my eyes off it, to be honest. It's a really good fight here for P3. Now Mugilina does have number 3 as his racing number, so I don't know, maybe the racing gods are going to give him a P3 today. Here at Daytona for round 6 of the DWP for season 2. Seb, though, is doing an incredible job of holding his own. He has lost a few tenths of a second there, although he's just made 3 tenths of a second through that one corner. He has to make sure every apex is hit.
Yeah, Mugilina's got a lot of tyre, and Seb doesn't. He burnt through them all trying to get past, and I think it might just be a little bit too late for him now. But we have got our senior up ahead, about to cross the line. Don't know, will he get another lap? That's 40 minutes, and he is finished. He's taking P1.
Oh, congratulations to our senior there. I know Seb was nearly looking for the inside line of Dirk, but our senior taking P1 glory, and Travis also about to cross that start finish line, taking
Seb
P2.
picks up a half-second penalty.
And a beautiful 360. What a legend. So, can Mujolina hold off? Looks like he can.
He's got that.
He's got the
P3
run.
from Seb taking his half-second penalty and running out of fuel. Finishing P4. Got Drew also serving a half-second. And he'll be crossing the line to take 5th. With Diaco rounding NASCAR 4. Oh dear. Yeah, there was a lot. And there's
Nice.
Diaco. And we have Miller Smith, who has running on rims, to say the least.
Legend in the Losange. Alfa
Yes,
Romeo
lots of drama that
4C.
race, our senior. Congratulations on the win. Not what you had in mind, but fun nonetheless. Well, you got P2. 3rd to 1st to 8th to 5th to 8th to P2. Not bad.
Oh, he's gonna start.
Can't have any of that tyre showing now. You have to buy them all.
Legend.
And Alex takes P7. When he finally decides to go across the line.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we wait for Melia to end the race, we must say a big congratulations to our senior taking a P1. Absolutely incredible race, incredible consistency from our senior. And there he is, 360 or a 180 over that start finish line there for Melia, the absolute legend. Travis again showing us his racing prowess, going from 1st to last to 2nd. And Dirk holding off a podium P3 today for round 6 of the DWP. Seb with P4, Drew P5, Dirk Diaco P6, and Melia in P7. Am I missing a movement somewhere?
He got a DC as well as follow me.
Got you.
So with those 2 DCs, they will pick up points from where they were positioned when they DC. So follow me will get P9, Muon will get P8.
Interesting. So you can start P1, switch your PlayStation off, and it doesn't matter what happens because
Right,
you
you know
got
what I
P1.
mean. So they get it from the bottom position from when they finish. Medium's early for a 1-stop and yeah, I know, mediums are softs. Yeah, well done and nonetheless. Very good racing with you. And it is actually 5 o'clock. We've actually finished on time when we said we'd finish. Who would have thought that? Yeah, so I'm going to end my stream here. Thank you all for joining. I hope to see you all next Sunday for the final round at Watkins Glen. Should be joined by Phil and Jay for that one as well, who unfortunately had some other family stuff they had to do today and missed Daytona again. They're always missing Daytona. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next time.
Indeed, that's going to be it from me as well. Thank you to everyone that's joined. Thank you for all the likes. Do appreciate all the support. Slady, thank you for popping in, mate. But we're going to end the stream now, and we have the, like I say, we got the last race next Sunday. So I hope to see you all then. And until next week, we'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.